And now it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, Corey Sandin, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Royal Polaris, the world's finest long-range sports fisher. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, and Corey Sandin.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. I'm Pete Gray with Rock God Rick Maxa. We're in the world headquarters of Let's Talk Hookup here right next to the San Diego Landings in Point Loma. Boy, do we have a great show for you today. From Fast Lane Kayaks, we have the man, Mr. Ron Lane here, and Joe Butler is here from YakAttack. We're going to tell you all about that. It's a treat to have Joe here, so you stay tuned. We're going to tell you all about it. Southern California's sport fishing show is Let's Talk Hookup on the Let's Talk Hookup app and the Mightier 1090 ESPN radio.
Hi, I'm Bart Hall, and I want to thank you for visiting our shows over the last 76 years. Many of you hearing this will have caught your first fish at the Kids Fish Free Trout Pond. And this year at the Bart Hall shows, February 15th to 18th at the Del Mar Fairgrounds, we are going to gather once again to celebrate the passion of outdoor recreation. Please come and join us. And while you're there, stop by the Coastal Conservation Association of California booth and become a member. California needs your help, and CCA-Cal is the only organization with any chance of protecting our fishing access. This year, CCA-Cal will start the Star Tournament in Southern California. This is one of the nation's most successful fishing tournaments, but it is the first time it's been introduced to California. Win fabulous prizes, including a brand new Parker boat and Yamaha motor. Learn all the details of the Star Fishing Tournament at the CCA-Cal booth at the Bart Hall shows. Details at hallshows.com.
Inside information is everything when it comes to catching fish in Southern California. You need a code group to connect with what's happening on the water. FishDope.com is your code group. Inside information available at your fingertips 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. FishDope.com really does help you catch more fish and burn less fuel. FishDope.com is the only fish finding service with a spotter plane, along with a crew of top anglers on the water almost every day that report actual locations and catches. They become your code group. You get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Quintin, 365 days a year. FishDope.com has online planning tools, temperature and chlorophyll charts, hot bite icons, and more. Take it from me, if you don't have FishDope.com, you're not part of the in-the-know crowd. Membership is affordable and good for an entire year. Plus, use the special code and save $30 on a new FishDope.com membership. Check it out today. FishDope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel. Hey San Diego, Cellathon means big savings, great selection, and only 5 days to save. Visit your San Diego County Ford dealers now through President's Day and get great offers on the most popular Ford trucks and SUVs. It's the Ford President's Day Cellathon, and that means now is the best time to get behind the wheel of your brand new Ford and drive it home today. But hurry, these offers absolutely end February 19th. Only at your San Diego County Ford dealers. They'll be glad to hook you up.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup, man. Today is going to be a great day. Show is happening. Fast Lane's happening. This is going to be a great one.
Good morning, Ron Lane.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Yeah, last time I saw you, you were in your booth at the Bart Hall show in Del Mar.
Oh, wow, that's so much fun.
Yeah.
It's like opening day or something at the yacht club. You know?
Yeah.
Everybody, you see all these old clients of yours you hadn't seen in a while, and they all are checking stuff out, all the new stuff.
I think you're the busiest booth at the show. I mean, the way every time I went by there, there was a buzz in that Fast Lane booth.
Well, we try to create that. I mean, we brought a lot of stuff, and Hobie's been just kind of knocking home runs here. They got the new electric bikes there. I'd never seen them.
Oh, I missed those.
Yeah, they got 4 different models. One of them's in the seminar booth, and it's got a little trailer that hooks to it, and your electric bike can tow your kayak.
How sweet is that?
That's pretty fun.
So the other thing I got to do in the Fast Lane kayak booth is meet Joe Butler. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah, and I've used Joe's products, YakAttack, and what fantastic products. So, Joe, tell us about YakAttack.
So YakAttack was born in a garage in Virginia when these guys were, in the early 2000s, and grown out of it. Now it's a 60,000 square foot facility, and the thing that is, imminently just you can see it as soon as you walk in the building is that there's 5 designers, and so we design, engineer, manufacture and assemble everything in Farmville, Virginia.
Wow.
So the thing about it is that you walk in, you can see this all happen, and we can take some products through from design all the way to shipping them out in 3 to 6 weeks, if that's what we need to be able to do. I can't tell you how much I've learned about design and the way that they make choices for both materials and construction and stuff like that, where it's like there's no compromise to it. Having UV polymers that are, polymers that are UV inhibitive, and using architectural anodizing on your aluminum products, which I didn't even know what architectural aluminum meant, but that's why we have a lifetime guarantee on our stuff, is because there's not a compromise that made in the choices of that type of stuff.
Well,
and so,
I got to tell you, Joe, one of the things I really like about YakAttack is when it's sitting on the shelf, it doesn't stay there very long.
Yeah, as a retailer, right?
It has a look about, that means business. And that's a hard thing to do, is to take something that's really quality, but it fills that niche.
Yeah.
That fisherman goes, that's already got a leash on it to hold my rods in. So I'm happy to be part of the YakAttack.
So how in the world did you know so much about kayaks and Hobie kayaks?
So I feel like Ron and I led parallel lives, maybe starting about 15 years. I started a few years later than him. I used to own a business with my parents in Jacksonville, Florida, called Black Creek Outfitters, and we started in 1983 and got into kayaking and kayak fishing and all that stuff in the 90s, like just about everybody else did. I met Ron at a Hobie dealer meeting, and we kind of connected, and then I went into his store in like 2014 and was like, dude, I gotta take some of this magic that San Diego has in fast lane sports and having Mission Bay and being able to do that. And so our building was located on a 22-acre lake. And so we did a lot of the same stuff, and he inspired me to make some changes in my store. I know that I've inspired him over the years and stuff like that, and the ways to do. And
that's a two-way street.
Yeah, it was very collaborative, and it was just nice to have somebody he's just such a positive guy, right? And it's just one of those things that when you walk in, they have, when he talks about he's seeing people that have walked in to his building over the last 40 years and bought boats from him and stuff like that, and now he's outfitting a grandkid or anything like that.
That's right.
It's like literally like these people, they have just built so much trust with their customer base and with the people of this city that it's like, where am I going to get a kayak? I'm going to Fastlane.
I mean, of course.
It's like, what are we going to do?
And buying the best, Hobie.
Yeah.
So what kind of products does YakAttack make?
So we have, I would say, a very curated selection of stuff. It's really designed for the kayak fisherman. We have 4 rod holders, 4 different models, right? But the reality is like you don't need any more than that, right? To address the market. We do the Black Pack Pro, which is a crate, comes in a few different sizes, that also has some rod tubes on it. And
that thing is cool.
Yeah, and the thing is about it,
holds all your stuff, it holds your rods.
And people use it so many different ways. Like if you just Google Black Pack Pro and you start seeing people are using it as a battery box, people are using it as putting dry bags in there for waterproof to do that. They're putting their tackle boxes in. They're doing all these different things with it. So it's really, you make it yours, which is one of our taglines, is like you customize it the way you want. And that's the thing about all of our stuff. We joke inside the building that we're almost like Legos for the kayak fisherman. Everything that we make integrates together. So it's well thought out from a design standpoint. We make those material choices that I talked about. I mean, it's just designed to last. It's designed that when you buy it for the boat that you have right now, it's going to work for the boat that you get next. And now the big thing that we're trying to do is make it so that you're not just using it when you're kayaking, you're using it if you're going to go out on your boat and that sort of thing. So that's our focus over the next couple of years, is to make it so that it's even more adaptable to where the fisherman's going to use it.
Right.
And so I know, our product timeline, we've got like 20 or 25 new products that aren't introduced yet that I can't talk about, but they're coming out this year, so it's a tease. So it's just our website's YakAttack.us. I would tell you that, just check in, make it a regular check-in every month or so, and you'll see new stuff. You're going to see new stuff.
Or come to my store.
Yeah, that's it. 'Cause you'll have all the new stuff at Fastlane.
I'm having trouble keeping up. They keep coming out with new stuff.
Well, and so the thing that I will tell you is that if you look at our stuff online and see it, it's way better live. So when I tell you that you look at it there, then you go into your local store, because then you can see it, and then they can show you how they've integrated it, and then they can show you how many different ways you can use it on that boat. That's the big thing, is like, don't buy that one for this one. Like, we have products that really are designed for specific boats, and for specific use cases. And the guys at Fastlane, because they've been rigging boats for so long, they know. They're just going to walk over to the wall and go, this is the one that works here. Go.
Yeah.
Right? And that way, it's like, that's the win-win.
So it's like tackle holders, the big box, of course, rod holders, leashes. What else, Ron? What am I missing?
One of the things that kind of surprised me and took me by surprise was they made this transducer holder. I think it's called the Switchblade.
Yes.
And that we had other products that would bend and go around the boat so that you get your transducer in the water.
Right.
You used one with me up on I-11s
right.
when we were fishing at Convict. After we went snowboarding, we went out fishing, and you had the black
I don't snowboard, I ski.
Oh, yeah, skier.
Well, I'm a knuckle dragger.
But after we went, we were down at the lake, and one of those arms kept moving off to the side, because whenever you move it, it unscrewed the ball. Well, they've got one that just flips down like a switchblade. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
It's a better product, and it costs a little less, and it's just amazing.
And it works.
So
and you're not going to damage it.
Right.
Because you can flip it up.
Well, and you don't have to retune it as you're going.
Yeah.
It's just, you set it up and it's done.
Yeah.
So those are the types of things he's talking about.
Right.
Is we've used them. We know how they work. You tell us what boat. We can help you get the exact right thing.
So what's the buzz right now for kayak anglers at the show this week?
Inflatables are doing good because we're so excited about them.
What's the hottest inflatable, the 9 or the 11?
Yeah. They're toe to toe.
Really?
Still.
So why would you buy an 11 versus a 9 and vice versa?
Well, the 3 chambers. See, fishermen have sharp stuff on the boat.
Yeah.
When you're gaffing something, like we know somebody.
Yeah.
So they like 3 chambers for safety. The 9, though, is very quick to blow up, very nimble, just as stable, and I think just as fast. So it's a smaller profile when you're piling stuff in your car. So the 9,
and you can get it, and you can check it in on an airline because it's 50 pounds.
No, that's what we did. Both Ava flew 2 11s to the Midwest to visit her relatives. They wouldn't let her bring them back.
I remember you saying that story. That's such a good time. Like, these are staying here.
Yeah, they couldn't believe it, and we got pictures from them pedaling with Dolphin in Florida on their vacation. So we're going, that paid for the trip right there.
One of the cool things I like about the 9 and 11, the 9, 11, and everybody always thinks, like a float tube alternative, right? Float tube, you're sitting in the water, you're flipping with fans, you're getting wet, and on a kayak, you're not. You're sitting in a comfortable seat. You're up above the water. But one of the keys with those boats is you're not so high above the water that you're going to get wind problems, right?
Right. And well, the other thing is you don't feel like roadkill.
Yeah.
On a float tube, you can't get anywhere.
Yeah.
And you're sitting out in the bay with head on a swivel because you're going, man, these boats are going by fast. Can I get out of the way? So on a kayak, you're much faster.
Okay, with the advent of all these electric motors assists and lithium batteries, can you put a motor on an inflatable?
Yeah.
You can?
Yeah.
On either one, 9 or 11?
Yeah, Chris has been using the Bixby. It fits down in the cassette well. And he only uses it for when he's, when he needs to get back. Like it started raining on him a couple weeks ago, and he goes, he called me and he goes, "Oh, that motor saved my bacon. I was getting cold and I had to get back to the car. Wind started blowing and
dropped it in, hit the switch. Way to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's sort of trending.
So you guys going to make mounts for the motors soon?
Yeah, I can't answer that question.
I knew.
Good job,
see
Pete.
it in his eyes.
I mean, yeah, our product timeline's got so many things on it. I would just say, as a person who sold a lot of Hobies and stuff like that, I don't think anybody ever wants a smaller boat when they're on the water.
Yeah.
But when they're off the water, they want the smallest thing possible. So when you're deciding between those two, that's kind of like what I would say between an I-9 and an I-11 is like, if you got room for the 11,
do it.
I'd get the 11 because then you've got more room for gear, and if you're a bigger guy and stuff like that, it's got more
you're going to throw that kid on the back of the dog and the big dog. So
yeah,
but it's a little less portable.
Just marginally. Yeah, I mean, if you looked at the dimensions, I think it's the I-9 when it's uninflated is probably maybe 20% smaller. 20 or 25%.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's like it's not like the I-11's like double the size of it or anything like that. So.
Yeah. So you're saying go to the 11?
Yeah.
Yeah. 3 chambers. You put a hook through one. You got a couple chambers to get you back.
Whenever that happens, the leak is so slow. It's not dangerous.
It's not going to go.
But in your mind, it's
sure.
It's a mind thing.
Yeah.
Speed or stability difference between the two?
Both of them are just the same on stability, and I have a funny feeling that because of the chambers the way they are, that's a little drag on the 3-chamber. I think they're the same speed. If not, they
so close that it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
That's not going to make the determinant.
Right.
The coolest thing I think that Hobie makes is the links. That you're giving away.
Yeah, how about that?
I'm glad you brought that up.
You're giving it away this weekend at the Bart Hall Show.
All you got to do is go sit down at a seminar, and when you have Chad Gerlich from Hookup Baits, you got Afrin Abutin from, we got one of our favorite war baits, and then Derwin Chang from the local club here in town, the Kayak Club. They're all talking about how to catch spotties in the bay, how to catch trout up, and you can go learn a ton of stuff, and then you get a raffle ticket to win a $32.99 link.
That's so crazy.
And then when are you going to give that away?
Right after the show.
Yeah,
I know Bart has there were some rules about something, and we have to do the drawing. And
as soon as the show closes tomorrow.
I think so. Yeah.
So, but that links. What's your okay? As a former Hobie dealer, what do you think about that links?
So I'm as a Hobie dealer does when they get out, they take the products that they like the most, and that's the ones that are in their garage.
Right.
I have an I-11 that I use because I've got a Sprinter van that I travel around with to go to dealers and stuff like that, and so I've got that boat, and then I have a Lynx.
Yeah.
And I'm 55, I weigh about 175 pounds. I've lifted a lot of boats. To me, the Lynx, for somebody who's like, I'm tired of lifting the 150-pound pro angler, and I see that as people, kind of change in from an age standpoint and what they want to lift and what they want to deal with. I had a lot of people when that boat first came out in 21 that they were pro angler owners that added the Lynx to their stable, and then what they kept telling, they came back in and they were like, you told me this was going to happen, but I really didn't believe it. But I'm using the Lynx a lot more because I get up in the morning and I'm thinking about what I'm going to put in the water, and it's like, dude, the Lynx is too easy for me to just throw in the back and go. Right? I mean,
I hear the same thing.
Yeah, pro angler's 150, Lynx is 47 pounds.
Yeah,
I mean,
I get so many guys trading in pro anglers. And getting Lynxes.
It's super stable too. That's the crazy thing about the Lynx is you can stand up in it, you can sit down in it, you can do whatever you want, and you're not going to turn that thing over.
You'll fall out before you flip.
You'll fall off.
I mean, it's not gonna be one of those things that you really flip over.
Yeah, you did something wrong.
And one of the other things that we don't really often bring up about the inflatables and the Lynx is they're fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
they're
light.
nimble. They just move in the water. They're fun to be in the water on.
Yeah. So that's what you sell is fun.
my job. I take it seriously.
Yeah. As you can hear, we have a great show lined up for you today. A couple of great guests here in the world headquarters.
No doubt. You want to talk about some expert knowledge about this. It's going to be a great show. Great timing with the show going on. Just going to be a lot of fun with Ron and Joe in here this morning. If you want to join us, man, we want to hear from you. Give us a call this morning at 213-432-1090. Again, 213-432-1090 is how you reach us on the phones. Or send us a text. We've already got a bunch of great texts coming through, and keep those coming. Again, texting only available through the Let's Talk Hookup app. It's a free download. You're not going to get any kind of BS. Just great opportunity to text the show. You can listen to all the archive shows. You can check all the past great stuff that's happened on Let's Talk Hookup. And again, it's the only opportunity to text in your questions. And man, should you send in a text today, because we are giving away a couple of great prizes. Make sure when you text in your questions to Joe and Ron that you include your contact info, name and a phone number, because we are giving away 2 prizes at the end of today's show. One is going to go to a caller, one is going to go to a texter, and we're going to use the coin flip to decide who gets which. But 2 $200 packages are given away today. A $200 Salty Crew package, as well as a $200 YakAttack package. Basically, one caller, one texter is going to win one or the other. You're going to get to go into Fast Lane. You're going to basically get given a gift card, and you're going to have a shopping spree for $200 on either Salty Crew or YakAttack, whichever lucky prize you won. So yeah, amazing prize. So stoked to Ron and Joe for letting us do that today. And again, if you want to give us a call, it's 213-432-1090, or keep those texts rolling in the Let's Talk Hookup app. And when we come back, we're going to be taking your phone calls. Lots of great info coming your way. You stay tuned. It's Southern California's sport fishing voice. This is Let's Talk Hookup on the Let's Talk Hookup app and the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
Countdown to spring with exhilarating deals on new Yamaha outboards during Yamaha's Power and Performance Sales Event from now until March 31st, 2024. Purchase a new eligible Yamaha 450 to 30 horsepower outboard and get up to 7 years of warranty protection and a Siren 3 Pro package to your purchase of a 115 horsepower and up, and receive a bonus $1,000 in dealer credit and half off your Siren subscription. Looking for lower horsepower? Yamaha's got you covered. Purchase a new Yamaha 25 to 2.5 horsepower outboard and receive up to $2,000 in dealer credit. Reliability starts here. Offer ends March 31st, 2024. Subject to change. Other restrictions and conditions apply. Select models excluded. 24-month Yamaha extended service added. A 36 or 60-month factory limited warranty. Choice offered to Florida residents is a 24-month Yamaha limited warranty. See authorized participating Yamaha outboard dealers for details. Cannot be used with any other Yamaha offer.
The PCS show is coming, and we will have an awesome display at the show. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle. Check us out in the wildly popular saltwater building at the PCS show at the OC Fairgrounds in Costa Mesa, where we will feature the Shimano lineup of rods, reels, and lures, like Talica reels, Terramar rods, and the Hot Current Sniper lures. And as always, our expert staff will help you select that perfect Shimano setup for the fish you want to pursue. For saltwater tackle at the PCS show, your best shop is the Fisherman's Landing Tackle Booth. The name that stands out among anglers is Fisherman's Landing, your top choice in local and long-range fishing. We offer the finest open party trips from 1 to 3 days, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet. Fisherman's Landing offers half-day trips on the Dolphin and full-day trips on the Liberty. Many trips can be easily booked online at fishermanslanding.com. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
Hey everyone, James Holst here with Norsk Lithium, the official battery partner of Let's Talk Hookup. Here at Norsk Lithium, we have 2 goals that drive who we are and what we do. The first is to make the highest quality, longest lasting lithium batteries available with a complete lineup of batteries that include 12, 24, 36 volt and starting batteries. Second, in addition to offering a 10-year warranty on all Norsk Lithium marine batteries, we provide amazing customer service before and after the sale. Check us out online at norsklithium.com. That's Norsk lithium.com, or call us at 831-232-9063. Or to see Norsk Lithium batteries in person, stop by the Trolling Motor Doctor in Lakewood or Anglers Marine in Anaheim and see why Norsk Lithium batteries should be in your boat.
No matter where the adventure takes you, we've got you powered. Norsk Lithium.
Hey, Hey, this is Rosie with Cedros Sport Fishing. We have always been the leader in fishing trips to Cedros Island. We have set the bar even higher with our second lodge opening for the 2022 season. Side-by-side lodges sitting on the cliff's edge with relaxing ocean views. With direct flights departing to the CBX in San Diego, we are committed to providing first-class service to our guests and an unforgettable fishing experience. Come check out the yellowtail and calico bass capital in the world. Nobody does it better than Cedros Sport Fishing. Call me at 619-772-7570 or check us out at cedrosportfishing.com.
I can't wait to spend some quality time with my son fishing this year, teaching him about casting, how to choose bait, set the hook, and how to be safe on the water by always wearing a life jacket. Save the ones you love. A message from California State Parks Division of Boating and Waterways.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Having a great time here this morning. Boy, that didn't take long. Phone lines are really packing up fast.
Yeah.
We do still have a line open if you want to get through, which is not going to last long. It's 213-432-1090.
You have a chance to win a $200 YakAttack package from Fastlane Kayaks, going for a shopping spree in there at Fastlane, or a $200 Salty Crew shopping spree at Fastlane Kayaks. Right now we have Mike Lum from Captain Rollo's Kids at Sea, Friends of Rollo. Good morning, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Boy, the Hobie thing just continues to get more exciting. It sounds awesome. I got to see that bike. I got to see it.
Yeah, there you go. It'd be perfect up at your house there in the mountains.
We've been using
I'm thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the same thing.
We've been using it in the show to move around.
Yes. I appreciate the opportunity, Pete, to sneak in here. As you guys all know, the Grand Raffle is part of Rollo's annual fundraising and is key and just critical to our funding each year. And so we have a number of promotions over the months that we sell those tickets, and that big drawing is going to take place that day at the docks on April the 7th. But Bill Batson and team from Batson Enterprises just gave us the most magnificent gift. They custom built a whole selection of rods, and these rods are absolutely works of art, and they shipped them down to us so that we could do a special promotion to sell more of the Grand Raffle tickets. And so starting today, we're going to start selling a package that if you buy 5 Grand Raffle tickets at $10 a piece. So for $50, you get 5 Grand Raffle tickets. We're going to enter you into a drawing to win one of 6 of these custom Batson rods. And these are, I would imagine, these rods are in that $500+ range. They're absolutely wonderful. And we're going to do that drawing on Sunday at the Batson booth at the PCS show. So Sunday at the PCS show, we're going to pull 6 winners, and they're going to get to choose in order which one of those rods they want. And it really doesn't cost additional to be involved in that. You just buy 5 Grand Raffle tickets, which the prize list for that is over $30,000 worth of product, and so you'll still be entered into that on April the 7th. But we're going to give away these 6 custom rods, and I would encourage anybody to please visit the excuse me, the RolloKids.org website, RolloKids.org website, and you'll see all the rods and the specs are given and the photographs are there. And if you would like to buy tickets, we're going to have you call Mr. Tim Baker at 951-264-7382. That's 951-264-7382. Or you can send an email to win@RolloKids.org and just leave him your name and phone number, and he'll call you back. Now, we planned this, Pete, for a couple weeks here to call in today. Unfortunately, Tim had his mother-in-law just passed away, and so he is not going to be available this morning to start taking these calls. So I would encourage everyone to do is please go ahead and call, and then as soon as he is available, which will be late today or tomorrow, probably tomorrow, he will start calling back in the order that the numbers come in. So please be patient with that, but he will take care of it, and he always comes through and gets a hold of everybody and gets their tickets to them.
For sure. And I got to tell you, you look at the CaptainRallos.org, you look at the website, you see these rods, man, you want one.
Yeah, no doubt, right?
They are like multi-hundred custom rods by one of the masters, Bill Batson, and you want one of these rods, and they're going to give them to you for free for just buying 5 grand raffle tickets. You buy 10 grand raffle tickets, you have 2 chances. You buy 20 grand raffle prizes, you get 4 chances. I mean, the numbers keep going up. So raffle tickets are $10 a piece. You still get entered into all the incredible prizes that were given away at the docks. But this is an opportunity to win an amazing piece of tackle.
And you said there are 6 of them, Mike?
Well, they actually built 8 rods. We're going to give away 6, and on this promotion, and we're going to save the other 2 for an upcoming promotion, probably having to do with Tuna Wars, which is right around the corner.
But just further increasing your chances to win with 6 rods available. This is really cool.
Yeah. So
we're giving up.
Go ahead, Mike.
I was just going to say, we're going to let the winners pick. Like, the first guy that wins is going to pick from 6, and then the next guy picks from 5, and so on until all the rods are given away.
So
you don't have to be at the event. We'll do that all by email. But the drawing will take place live at the PCS show.
Yeah. So again, send an email to win@RolloKids.org. Put your contact information in, win@RolloKids.org, or call Tim at 951-264-7382. Leave a message for Tim, and when he's available, he will get back to you. It starts right now. Today is the opportunity, and then everything's going to be given away basically in 2 weeks.
So cool.
At 2 weeks from tomorrow at the PCS show.
That's one of the reasons why the chances of winning these rods is going to be so good, because it's only a 2-week promotion, really.
Yeah,
and,
so you have a great shot.
Let's not forget that list of prizes for the raffle is also at RolloKids.org. So all this information is at RolloKids.org. And the first listed prize on that is $2,000 worth of gasoline from Summit Gas in San Diego.
Summit Gas. How about that? Yeah, and I tell you, the guy that won that last year, he's reaping the benefits as we speak. Yeah, he's pretty stoked about it. Mike, thanks for all your hard work with Captain Rollo's Kids at Sea, Friends of Rollo, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you guys very much.
All right.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks. Hey, phones are packed. Got a great text here from one of our buddies, Rob the Barber.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Cool.
He says, good morning, everyone. My question for Ron. Ron, can you tell us about the newest features on some of this year's kayaks, specifically the Outback, which is one of my favorite boats, too. Also, are there any new accessories for these kayaks?
Accessories, yes. I'm sitting next to Mr. Accessory.
Mr. Accessory.
Yeah. And black packs are, I think, if we're talking about the Barber, yeah. He's got everything already. He has an Outback.
What else can he put on his kayak?
Well, I got to tell you, there's this new tackle box, and I want Joe to talk about this a little bit.
Okay.
This tackle box that they made that will attach to your black pack, or it'll go underneath, or it can go on a rod holder. The little tracks. It's just amazing, and you can stack them 1, 2, or 3. They can open many different ways.
Talk about that, Joe.
This.
Yeah, so Ron's referring to the track pack. And we sell it as a kit it's got a base that will mount on the black pack because it uses our gridlock pattern, or it will mount on any of the accessory rails that are on a Hobie. If you want to put it on an H-rail, you'd have to buy our Mighty Mount H-rail adapter, but it'll work on any of the stuff that's got track on it. And it's basically a 2-piece thing. There's the lid, and then it almost, the way we manufacture it, it's the bottom, the other 5 sides, so to speak, fold up with a couple screws and stuff like that. Really? And then it is stackable. And there's a lot of accessories for the track pack as well. We've got 3 different trays that just have different amounts of compartments in them. And we also have a handle that you can clip onto the top of it that makes it carry like a lunchbox or a tackle box or whatever. And so it's a way for you to use both on your boat but off your boat. There's a bunch of different ways you can configure it. And
so you can carry your rod rods, your tackle and everything are just attaching this handle along with all your tackle and everything like that? It's kind of like Legos. Right?
It is like Legos.
Yeah.
And the thing is that just came out last fall. And we've seen so many people use it so many different ways. And so the thing that off the water, a guy that used to work for me is a bike mechanic, and he mounted the base on his workbench, and then he stacked the track packs up there, and then that way when he's working on something, he can't knock one of those little boxes off the workbench.
Screws aren't going everywhere.
And so he's used it for that. And like I've got on my van, I've got a first aid kit in one of them, and I've got it clipped in there, and so that it's there. So there's when you look at the track pack, you can think about, and we can show you all the stuff that you're using it on the water, but it's the type of thing that you can use everywhere.
I got a great idea. You guys need to get in your cars, go to the Bart Hall show today. Joe will be there. Yeah, or tomorrow, and he'll be there.
You're going to have all the stuff there?
The stuff's there. We're
there.
selling it there. We have those kits there, and Joe's been putting them all over the boat so that you can see how they work.
Okay.
And it's
rad.
Yeah, it's really fun. I have guys coming in going, oh, I didn't think of that.
Or go into the store.
Well, or in the store.
Yeah. Is the store open? All your staff's at the show. Is the store? Is somebody manning the store?
Yeah. Are you kidding? Debbie and Karen are there.
Okay.
They're the best.
Okay.
But the other thing is if you come down to the show and talk to Joe, you're going to learn a lot about the black pack systems, but you can also win a Lynx.
Yeah.
So
cool. Go to the seminar.
Yeah. Just go listen to Afrin or Chad, and then talk to Joe.
There's so much positive energy in there. Everybody that's walking in, there's a couple guys, we had a couple guys from the Hobie team that were there that are designers and stuff that have walked through. Guy that used to work for Ron, who's Morgan Prominence, was down there yesterday.
Oh, Morgan was there, yeah.
Yeah, you're never going to know who you're going to see coming through.
The man.
But there's just the energy level and just how happy everybody is to kind of walk in and see the people there and whatever. You feed on it. Like yesterday, 7 hours flew by.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just freaking awesome to kind of interact with all the people. And they're just, for me anyway, it's like going back in time. I'm loving every minute of it.
Oh,
and so I think coming down there, I'll talk until somebody tells me to shut up. So.
Well, hey, Rick, 213-432-1090, line open. You have a chance to win a couple great prizes. Get on the line. Let's go ahead and jump into it.
Sounds good, buddy. Let's start with Roy. He's called us from San Diego this morning. Roy, thanks for getting us started here on Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing today?
Great.
Great, Roy.
All right. Ron, hope your chairs are pretty comfortable. I look at those seminar lists. I may not leave that booth today because the seminars are all pretty great. Question real quick. Those YakAttack, they fit on the H rails and like the ball mounts and stuff like that? There's not a lot of drilling and stuff like that into the Hobie planks or whatever, or the PAs?
Yeah, no, you don't need to drill anything. No, Joe's got it all dialed. We'll have that stuff at the show too. And
so it caps right into the H rails.
Yeah, there's a Pro Angler. Well, you know what? I think somebody bought it off of there. But
we're going to pick some up on the way.
That's right.
Back, okay, we're gonna.
Joe had
I got a list that we got to pick up
on the 360 model. He had one set up, and people were just going, wow, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah. Why don't I have this?
Yeah, and that's what I appreciate is that they've got creative new things that are very usable. I mean, Chris Minnick, he's got one of everything for every one of his boats, and he keeps inventing stuff, and he goes, oh, they just did it. Here, I'll take that.
Do that. So yes, Roy, go to the show and you'll get what you're looking for. It sounds like.
Yeah, and maybe get a Lynx.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, your odds. I mean, there's not that many chairs and not that many seminars. Your odds of winning a $3,000 kayak are pretty good.
Yeah, and you also have a pretty good chance to win a $200 YakAttack package or a $200 Salty Crew package by calling today. So get on the lines. 213-432-1090. You have a good text?
I thought so, for sure. It says, good morning, guys. My question is for Ron. I'm going to be at the Bart Hall show today at Del Mar. Will the Fast Lane team be there? Also, I'll be picking up a PA-14 in the very near future and wanted your thoughts on powering it with an electric motor. What kind of range realistically could I expect from these motors? I'm mostly fishing La Jolla, Mission Bay, and San Diego Bay. That's all from Ralph and Menifee.
Wow. Yeah, motors they're trending, and there's basically 3 ways to do it. You can put it in the Mirage Drive well, you can stick it on the back, or you can stick it on the front. And each one of those areas, there's 3 or 4 different manufacturers that make these motors, and we can help you understand all that. We have the adapters, and it's pretty easy thing to do. Now, although motors are trending, I'm kind of a simple guy. I really like the Mirage Drive. I like the fact that I'm out there pedaling around. I'm disguising my exercise with fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
but now with the motor, will it go faster than you can go with the Mirage Drive, or about the same?
About the same.
So
maybe a little faster.
Wait a minute. I just figured out something because I couldn't figure out which. So what you do with these motors is you take the Mirage Drive out, you kind of tie it off on the back of the kayak, and then you pop the motor in.
That's one
into
way.
that well.
Yeah, that's
wow.
That's Bixby does that.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's other ones that'll do that, but I got to tell you, let's not just get crazy about motors.
Right.
That's complications. That's saltwater. Right. I mean, we got that Mirage Drive in there, and that thing's fast.
It is
now,
fast.
We do have guys that are, going further and want that assist. We have guys that, like Dr. Chris. He likes having one in case he goes fishing and gets too far away from the car,
Gotcha.
and he wants to get back when it starts raining on him. So there are reasons for it.
Yeah.
And all the guys can help you with that.
All right. I have another great text here from Rex in Rancho Santa Margarita. He says, "Good morning, guys. Great show, as always. Quick question for Ron. I'm in my 60s and looking for a lighter kayak. The Lynx sounds like it would fit the bill perfectly. Can you describe how it handles offshore? I regularly fish a few miles offshore in La Jolla and Big Sur."
Wow.
Perfect for him.
Perfect, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, on that mothership trip when we went out there, I took a Lynx. I wanted to test it off of San Clemente Island, and I was in the boat for 11 hours.
Yeah.
Hayden had one too.
Yeah.
We both had no problem fishing in the ocean.
All day.
You
I was
talked
11
about
hours
Joey.
straight.
It's like one of your favorite kayaks, so you fish it.
Yeah, I think. The thing with the Lynx is that it doesn't look like any of the other kayaks that are on there. It looks like
a stand-up paddleboard,
and it's made like a stand-up paddleboard.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is that it comes from the guys at it used to be Bic, and now it's called Tahe. But they make them in France. But they started making boards this way in the early 90s for windsurfing boards. And so even though it's a relatively new product for Hobie, the technology's been out for 25 or 30 years. So it's not like it's like new tech. So it's a robust thing. It's not like a polyethylene boat, so you can't drag it and stuff around like that you do a poly boat, but it's a fantastic product on the water.
Because the whole material and shape is a little bit different, are they still just as accessible, like accessory-wise, with YakAttack stuff as some of the other boats? Do you have to get a little more creative, or is it a little different?
Well, because it's a foam-filled board, right? It's kind of like what the way the inflatables are. You're not going to be drilling and adding anything on there. There are plenty of tie-down points, and there's some rail packages that are on the Lynx already, so you can adapt it the way you want to. One of the guys that I would tell you that if you want inspiration was my former team guy in Jacksonville, is this guy named Franco Natividad, and he has been fishing the Lynx for 3 or 4 years. And if you looked at his stuff on Instagram, you'd be able to see, is like, dude, I can go as far as I want.
Yeah, that's cool.
And so if you need inspiration, I know that the guys here at Fastlane, like, there's tons of pictures and tons of ways to set this up, and these guys have done it here. And so you just have to tell people what you want out of the boat, and you can make it work.
Yeah. I have a good buddy, Larry, who just bought a used kayak, and he says, "Oh man, I can't even lift the thing. It's like I need somebody around to help me get it on my car and off my car."
Are we talking surfing, Larry?
Yeah.
Well, he didn't come see me.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
he got sucked into a deal on a used kayak, and I was like, "Larry, you should have seen Ron and got the Lynx. It is the perfect solution for you."
I can't wait to tease him.
So for guys in their 60s like us, me, well, of course you're in their 70s now, right?
Hey, look, things need to be lighter.
Yeah, things need to be lighter. Yeah.
Years and years ago, Joe and I would be telling Hobie, say, "What do we need to do?" Well, we need lighter.
Yeah.
And
the Lynx is a solution.
Saying, listen, We don't want anything. We want a boat that's not over 45 pounds.
Yeah.
Well,
and that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. I want to remind you, this portion of the show is sponsored by Terrafin Sea Surface Temperature Charts. Focus your fishing in the most productive areas by using Terrafin Sea Surface Temperature, chlorophyll, currents, and more. With Terrafin Mobile, you can access your charts on your iPhone, your Android, or any mobile device. You can see them this weekend at the Bart Hall Show in Del Mar. Check Terrafin.com for more information.
And they have a special deal at the show. They have that show special. I think it's like $99
Crazy.
For a year. So go see Jeff and the gang.
Best time to re-up.
Yep.
No doubt about it. Most important offshore fishing tool there is a good water chart, and Terrafin's the best. Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way on the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio and that Let's Talk Hookup app.
Summer is here, and gas prices are going up, up, up. So now more than ever, you need Summit Gasoline at the San Diego Sports Arena. Pull up to the newly expanded Summit Gasoline and get low gas and diesel prices for your car, truck, and boat. They can now accommodate 24 cars and trucks to fuel at the same time, plus 12 diesel boats, plus 100 pounds of free ice with a minimum 35-gallon fill-up. Easy in and out, too. Step into the Summit Bistro and enjoy what Martha and her crew have for you on things you can use. Fresh-made burritos, sandwiches, salads, along with beer, beverages, and, of course, always free ice. So many Let's Talk Hookup listeners have taken advantage of Summit Gasoline's low prices, great service, and free ice that they have become the largest seller of fresh gourmet ice in Southern California. Summit also sells frozen bait and fishing licenses 24 hours a day. Summit Gasoline. Low prices, friendly staff, free ice, and easy in and out with your boat and trailer at the San Diego Sports Arena.
When you're looking for a great reel for a kayaker in the kayaks, there's nothing that beats the line of reels called Tranks by Shimano.
It just reminds me of the stuff we're talking about with Ron. I mean, like, every base is covered with Tranks, and you might be kayaking freshwater and like the 150, or 200 size. You might be bay bassing and love that Tranks 200. Perfect calico bass weapon, the Tranks 300 and 400. Or you might be an offshore guy and like to fish La Jolla and want a 500 for yo-yo jigging or slow trolling a mackerel. Everywhere on the line.
The surface iron.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everywhere on the line they have it covered.
Yeah, I mean that Tranks 500 is like a great reel, like you say, for yo-yoing, for bottom fishing, for throwing the surface iron.
Yeah.
It's a must-have in your arsenal.
And it's just so user-friendly. It's easy to use. Level line, variable braking system on the cast, controls backlash. It's an awesome reel.
And the corrosion resistance built into that thing, it will withstand kayaking.
It's the saltwater low-profile reel. It was designed for saltwater use. It is. It's the one. If you're going to be in the elements, which kayaking is, that's the reel you need.
Tranks at your local Shimano dealer.
Everyone has their go-to fishing spot. My spot is Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska. Rock Cod Rick here to say if you're looking for the ultimate Alaska experience and the best value in Alaska, it's Kingfisher Charters. Owner Seth Bone and his crew consistently deliver deluxe accommodations, the finest food, world-class fish processing, and top-of-the-line fishing experience. We've literally sent hundreds of our listeners to Kingfisher, and they all can't wait to go back. Most Alaska resorts make big promises, and they don't deliver, or they'll nickel and dime you to drive up the cost. But not Kingfisher. Everything is included. Your license, fish processing, super deluxe accommodations, amazing food, airport transfers, your gear. Literally all you need to bring is your layer clothing, and Kingfisher covers the rest. They also have the finest boats and charter captains in Sitka, all for the ultimate value. Take it from me. Book your trip to Kingfisher Charters, and you'll thank me. Kingfisher Charters, 800-727-6136, or check kingfishercharters.com.
Hi, I'm Pat McDonald. Join me at California's premier outdoor recreation shows. The Bart Hall shows January 25th through the 28th at Long Beach Convention Center and February 15th through the 18th at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. Details at hallshows.com.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Having a great time here this morning, talking fishing with the boys. Man, Fast Lane, YakAttack, it's a good show.
Yeah, for sure. You want to get through on the lines? The line open, 213-432-1090, open right now. I got to tell you, if you're headed for the show this weekend, the Bart Hall show in Del Mar, go see the guys in the Coastal booth. The whole gang is there. And the other guys that are there, if you're looking for a prescription pair of Costa sunglasses. The Sport RX people are there, taking your orders and talking to you about that. They're fantastic.
That's
I've
cool.
used sports. I had him build a prescription dive mask for me, and I used it in Indonesia. It was unbelievable, and it pretty reasonably priced too. Sunglasses, I've had sunglasses built by them, prescription sunglasses and everything. They are the way to go, and they're connected with Costa. So if you're looking for a pair of prescriptions or just a regular pair of sunglasses, go by, see Bob, and oh boy, Eddie's there, and Allison's there, yeah. So go by and see the gang at Costa, and they'll set you up.
That's rad.
Yeah. So some great text coming through. You have a good one?
I do, for sure. It says, good morning, guys. The stoke of today's show is certainly contagious. I have 2 questions this morning. First, what is the service and maintenance like on a Mirage 360 drive? And second, what YakAttack accessories from Hobie, or what YakAttack accessories should I get for my Hobie Lynx when I win it this weekend at the Fred Hall Show? That's from Corey in Escondido.
Well, if you win it, you're going to have to add a black pack right in the back, and I like the medium sized one. They make 3 sizes. The medium size fits that boat really well, and it comes with 4 rod holders, so that's a perfect thing. Now, if you buy one at the show, like let's say you didn't win it, if you buy one at the show, you get a black pack free.
Hey,
because that's part of the boat show deal.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, we've partnered up with those guys, and like last year, every boat that got purchased, they had the option of what black pack they wanted, and that was a hit.
Yeah.
Because everybody.
And what's that value?
Well, they go from 1.25 to 175.
Wow.
But my favorite is the medium size. It's 150. Yeah.
Just holds the right amount of stuff. Extra rod holder.
Not just extra. The little one comes with 3. The medium size come with 4, and then the big one comes with 6.
Nice.
6 rod holders.
Nice.
Whoa.
Now that's what we were talking to the buddies were all trying to talk that one guy into buying it. It was pretty funny.
All right. Who needs 6 rod holders on a kayak?
I do.
Yeah,
you do?
Yeah, every person.
On a kayak.
Come on.
Yeah, come on.
Seriously?
Depends on how long you're going to go out for, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to re-rig stuff when you're out there, so you want to have stuff all set up. If you're going to go out for an hour,
you're at La Jolla, you need your it's good to have a gaff sticking up that's easy to reach.
True, yeah.
You need your sabiki rod,
You gotta be bait making,
and then you're going to want your yo-yo iron, your surface iron, and your bait sticks.
All right.
Load them up, Pete.
Load them up.
Are you going to go without those things? Come on, man. What are you doing?
I stand corrected.
Yeah, get out of here.
And, of course, guys in freshwater, of course, same kind of thing.
Sure.
You need a lot of different outfits.
It really just depends on like what your duration's going to be. I mean, the thing about kayak fishing for me that is the ideal thing is like I got an extra couple hours, right? You can just get out there and go.
Right.
I mean, I was talking with Logan, who is at the works at the store, and he's like, "Yeah, man, sometimes I'll just go out for an hour."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah," and he goes, "I just throw a couple rods on and go." And I think that's what people need to think about specifically with kayak fishing is like, it doesn't have to be all day, and if you've only got a few hours, it's like the barrier to going is so low. Like, it's like you can wake up and be like, dude, I can be on the water in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to take me just 2 minutes to throw the stuff in and go. And I would actually tell you to have a couple different setups ready to go, right? Like, this is my light one. I'm going out for an hour and a half. Gonna knock that out because I got some other things planned later in the day. Or, this is an all-day affair. I'm going out. I'm going to lock this stuff in, and I'm going to go out and take 10 rods and be there.
I got a sidebar real fast.
Yeah.
You're going bass fishing this week.
Right.
How many rods are you bringing to catch the same fish?
5.
You're only catching green bass.
You're only allowed to bring 5 into Mexico. So I'm bringing 5. Well, actually, I'm bringing a fly rod, too, so 6.
Okay.
Hey, I got
guilty
another.
as charged.
Yeah, guilty as charged.
I guess I'm only bringing 5 then also. Now
I guess so, yeah. So Dave in Poway says, good morning, guys. Once again, the Lane family is connected to some of the most innovative products and name branding and from fishing mission, fast lane sailing, kayaking vessels, and now track pack. You're on the leading edge. Thanks for keeping our fishing and exercise fun.
Nice.
Just a nice comment from Dave.
That's cool.
Perfect.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I wanted to read another text real fast before we do jump into into the phones. And again, if you want to get your shot on the phone, 213-432-1090. Don't forget, one of those $200 packages is just going to the phone caller. So a great opportunity to get through on the phones. 213-432-1090. This text goes, good morning, my name is Doug, and my friends and I have wanted to get into kayak fishing, but really don't really know where to begin. We're complete noobs. What's your best suggestion on how to get started in the kayak game?
Well, the first thing you do, jump in the car, grab your buddies, go to the Del Mar show today.
Totally.
Sit down at a seminar or two and maybe win one, or you're going to learn what you need, okay? And you can talk to the guys that are fishing them all the time, and you can look at just our display at the show is amazing. It's we've got everything there. Now, you will get maybe that decision between one boat or the other one. Well, we do demos at our shop. Like, maybe you're not sure if you want an Outback or a Lynx. Maybe you want to go light. Maybe you want to go with just that best all-around kayak ever made, the Outback. And we can do a demo for you. You can jump in one, jump in the other. Bring your buddies down. You can all do it, discuss it. And then at the boat show, if you leave a deposit there, you get the boat show deal. We'll hold it for 30 days. So
that's cool.
This is the time to buy. This is the time to start learning about it.
What is the boat show deal?
Oh, I can't say on the phone.
Okay, you have to come and check it out. But it's a deal.
Yeah. It's our biggest
You're
deal.
You're not allowed by Hobie.
It's the best deal of the year.
Yeah, because Hobie doesn't discount.
No, and the best part of this is I partnered up with Joe, and we're giving away Black Pack.
That's cool.
You can have your choice of Black Pack with any boat you buy,
in addition to the show price.
That's right.
Whoa. Yeah, the one thing that I would say about when you're looking to get into the sport that I think is super important are two things that have nothing to do, that have everything to do with which boat that you buy, and that is how am I going to transport it and where am I going to store it.
That's a good point.
And so if you have, those are things that you can be thinking about before you come down and start looking around. Because if you are the person that doesn't want to use a trailer and doesn't own a pickup truck, then you're going to car top it, and we're going to want to know that. And if you live in an apartment and you don't have a place to put it, you're probably looking at an inflatable. Right? And so think about those things that are off the water considerations, and then it'll make it really easy for us to make a recommendation for an on the water product.
And that just brought up, I love doing stuff with Joe. He's just so good.
He knows his stuff.
That's right. Now, inflatable, when people say inflatable, people cringe. Right. Well, this isn't yesterday's inflatable kayak.
This isn't a big yellow rubber raft.
It's not like a big hot dog bun that you sit in and it undulates along in the water.
Super stable.
You can
stand up in it.
And they're rigid with that drop stitching in them. They're very rigid. They're very durable. And they blow up quick because they're only the size of a stand-up paddleboard. So it's not your yesterday's inflatable, and that answers a lot of questions, particularly for vacationing, small cars, apartments. That's a perfect thing that Joe just talked about. Is where are you going to store, where are you going to, how you transport.
Because even the Lynx at 45 pounds, you got to have some place to put it. Right?
Yeah, I mean it's 11 feet long, it's 36 inches wide, and so you've got to have a place for that. And the thing that I always try to tell people is like, you don't want to have to climb a hill to get out on the water. Right? You don't want to be like looking at oh God, I got to do this, this, and this to go. No, you want it to be like grab and go.
Yeah.
So make that decision.
And you'll use it more.
It becomes more valuable to you because you do that. And then you'll do that. I'm sure there was people going like, oh yeah, like I'm really going to go fishing for an hour and a half. And it's like, yeah, you will. If it takes you 5 minutes to get ready and packed up, you will go out for an hour and a half, because that's the great thing about kayaking is it's like you don't have a lot of maintenance to do. You just come back, rinse it off with fresh water, and it's ready to go.
Cool. All right.
Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. More of your phone calls, more great information. You stay tuned. You're listening to Southern California's sport fishing voice. This is Let's Talk Hookup on the Let's Talk Hookup app and the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
Many years ago, Baja pioneer Bob Van Wormer found the area he called the Great Fish Trap in the East Cape of southern Baja and built what is now regarded as the premier East Cape resorts of Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Today, following in their father's footsteps, Bob's sons, Bobby, Chucky, and Eddie, have taken Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol to new levels with the largest sport fishing fleet in Mexico, a luxurious spa, and top-of-the-line resort amenities. Van Wormer Resorts have become a destination for travelers travelers worldwide. But for us, Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol are just a short 2-hour flight away. No other tropical fishing destination offers the experience and value that you'll find at Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Now you can plan your Baja fishing vacation quick and easy by visiting VanWarmerResorts.com. And when you're ready to book, it's quick and easy. Or simply call 877-777-TUNA for more information. Van Warmer Resorts, the East Cape's finest.
Hello, anglers. This is Tim with Friends of Rollo, and we are kicking off the new year with another great promotion. Bill Batson and his team have once again donated 6 amazing custom rods that you could be fishing with this season. These rods are all one of a kind and built with rain shadow rod blanks and Alps rod components. Captain Rollo's will be giving away these beautiful works of art in the Batson booth at the PCS show on March 10th. Entering the drawing is easy. When you buy 5 $10 Rollo Grand Raffle tickets, you will get 1 entry into the Batson Custom Rod Drawing. To purchase tickets, please email win@rollokids.org or call Tim at 951-264-7382. Our thanks go out to Batson Enterprises for once again making this promotion possible. Thank you to everyone for your support of the Rollo program, and good luck.
As the inventor and world leader in fluorocarbon, Seagar has you covered with 4-liter choices to help you catch more fish. Gold Label is Seagar's thinnest and strongest leader. Floral Premier has a thin diameter with high break strength and softness. Blue Label is tough as nails with incredible abrasion resistance and impact strength. And Pink Label is the choice for tough light conditions. From 2 pounds to 400 pounds, pick up a spool of Seagar at your favorite tackle dealer or visit Seagar.com.
There are certain places on this earth that are very special, and I am blessed to have a fishing lodge in one of them. Hi, this is Valerie Hopebridge from Queen Charlotte Safaris in Sandspit, Hawaii, British Columbia, Canada. We are a boutique lodge embarking from the Sandspit Harbor, offering a truly unique fishing adventure. From our fully enclosed cabin boats, untouched, unspoiled fishing grounds, stunning scenery, to the delicious meals, personalized service received throughout your entire trip, we strive to make your adventure an experience that encompasses world-class fishing for Chinook salmon, halibut, lingcod, and so much more. Our goal is to connect you to nature through fishing, and that's just what we do at Queen Charlotte Safaris. You will be greeted warmly and welcomed at our well-appointed lodge. We'll receive you as friends and send you off as part of the Queen Charlotte Safaris family for many years to come. You will come for the fishing. You will come back for the memories. Give us a call at 1-877-815-2892 or check us out on Instagram, Facebook, or on our website, qcsafaris.com.
This is Captain Tim Ekstrom from the long-range vessel Royal Star. With my partners Randy Toussaint and Brian Sims, we have set the bar for the long-range fishing experience. Spring 8-day, summer 5-day, or fly-down, fly-back 11-day winter trip, we deliver the highest quality long-range voyage you will find. From our premium RSW fish storage to our top-of-the-line chefs and crew, Royal Star distinguishes itself from all others. Want to grab a spot on the Royal Star? Check us out at RoyalStarSportFishing.com or call Tracy at 619-224-4764.
Hey San Diego, Cellathon means big savings, great selection, and only 5 days to save. Visit your San Diego County Ford dealers now through President's Day and get great offers on the most popular Ford trucks and SUVs. It's the Ford President's Day Cellathon, and that means now is the best time to get behind the wheel of your brand new Ford and drive it home today. But hurry, these offers absolutely end February 19th. Only at your San Diego County Ford dealers. They'll be glad to hook you up.